Chamber members. Welcome to Monday Minute for Monday, August the 8th, 2022. I have several items for you today. Some might call them smaller items, but not lacking in importance. So first of all, I want to mention that the National Supply Chain Task Force, one of our Canadian Chamber reps, Robin Guy, has written an article about them needing to set clear priorities to support economic growth across the country. And they're talking about the government must commit to a long-term infrastructure program that will support economic growth. Secondly, the government must adopt a formal vision for our trade corridors. And lastly, they must address the labor shortage. So I leave you Robin's article to read. It's a good read, actually, and I hope that you enjoy that. Secondly, I just want to highlight the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce is hosting next Monday, August the 15th, a luncheon and fireside chat with Minister Randy Boissonnault in Saskatoon. It's related to, he is of course the Minister of Tourism and the Associate Minister of Finance, although it does highlight in there that he's interested in talking about the Western economy and issues for the prairies. So I leave that for you. The registration is available there as well. Then the Saskatchewan government has a couple of recent announcements or news articles they've put out. Specifically on Friday, talks about the strong job growth in Saskatchewan continuing in July. Interesting, of course, we heard nationally that the job numbers lost, but in Saskatchewan we've seen overall numbers rising. So I leave that for you. As well, they talked about the growth continuing in Saskatchewan with increased merchandise exports and building permits. So that's some more positive news about the economy in Saskatchewan. Of course, last week we did hear the Crime Severity Index rankings were put out again for 2021, and unfortunately, the City of North Battleford ranks at the top again for communities our size. I think there's lots of information out about the Crime Severity Index, but I do want to highlight that the city has responded to it, talking about the trend to violent crimes, but the work that the city and several agencies and groups in the community have done have actually seen a reduction in our violent crime, specifically, and it's more property crimes or crimes of opportunity. So there's some comments from the mayor there, and I leave that for you to read. It certainly is interesting. People have different views of that particular ranking and how those statistics are gathered. And the last thing I'll leave you with today is just an interesting story I came across, that the governments of Canada and Alberta officially accept the nomination of the Alberta section of the North Saskatchewan River as a Canadian Heritage River. It's an interesting story. I'll leave that with you. It will be interesting to see if anything happens on our side of the border. Anyway, that's everything today, and I hope you have a great week in business, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget the parade in Battleford on Friday, and hope to see you there as well. Take care and have a good week.